All right, y'all about ready? You might want to hold on to your hat. This boat flies.
There you go.
We are in the Gulf Coast. So the Audubon Society has been nice enough to, take us out and give us a tour of the Gulf Coast and show us how everything's working and the booms that they're using to soak up the oil.
There's sorbent boom.
Oh, okay.
It's that dark, that was all white on the shore, that blackness on it at the bottom is oil.
I saw a couple of pictures of the birds just completely covered, and I wanted to see if I could bring awareness to it. Look, Mom. They're blending into the sand.
Right, because they're all oiled.
There's one with oil on him, he can't get up. See him right there? See him, he's trying to get up. He can't get up, he's got oil on his wings. And this is their nesting season right now. I mean, this stuff couldn't have happened at the worst of time. Ooh, it's bad here. Ooh, man, it's burning my eyes. This is where my eyes are burning. Holy moly.
Oh, look at the oil right there.
Gee whiz, that's disgusting. Anything happens bad, we get it on the west side. I mean, everything. Storms, this mess, it's just a bad situation. And you can't even bring your kids to do anything now.
Nope.
Your daddy brought his daddy out here, and then your daddy brings you out here.
We came out here every summer. It's like a thing for the kids around here. Everybody takes their jet skis and the boats and goes tubing, but we're not allowed to anymore. Nothing to do anymore.
It's hurting our culture, our way of life.
That's just a nasty act of mankind. You have an act of God. That's an act of mankind. But the people that's really hurting are the fishermen, the people who live by the sea.
The people that have been oyster fishermen for so long, that's their income every month. They can't even pay their bills if they're not going to be making enough, and BP I don't think is going to be paying them enough.
Well, my dad has really worked all his life to support us.
My business was really booming when Katrina hit, and we went 6 months with no work. Just when I was really starting to see light at the end of the tunnel for living the good life again.
The oil spill comes and just wipes him completely out of business again.
The stress of the whole thing would just, I couldn't fall asleep at night, so I don't even watch the news anymore.
It's like a serious crossroad. You wake up from a bad dream, but it's not a bad dream. It really happened.
As soon as that oil spill happened, they should have been on this, and then they could have contained it all out there on the Gulf shoreline on the sand, where it's a heck of a lot easier to clean it up than on that marsh grass. It's like after Katrina, look how many months it took us before we could help the people out. That was almost a year.
People cared so much about Katrina. All the celebrities wanted to do charity events, and after a while it just got old.
They lost everything. In addition to their homes, family photos, memories, they're having to start over again.
People think it's over because this happened, but it's still not over. These people are still recovering, just like we're going to be recovering for a long time.
I just moved back 4 months ago because I was evacuated. I hate the idea that people have to give money to this. A natural disaster, yeah, I get that. But something that a company could have prevented, or several companies who were involved could have done their job right, taking a little bit more care in the fact that it's a precarious situation. That's what pisses me off, that people are having to volunteer, and it was avoidable.
And there's no end in sight. That's what makes me mad. It's gonna keep coming, and it's all coming this way.
It gets you mad because it could have been prevented.
What if a hurricane comes, vacuums up everything that is in the water, and drops on us? What are you gonna do? Or just rainstorms. The dispersants and the oils evaporating into the clouds, coming down, dropping on us. What does that mean for our health right now?
Yeah.
Don't know what I'm gonna do. I just moved back,
Katrina was bad. This is worse, and people down here's about had enough. And until we find alternative fuels, we still got to deal with this.
We don't really know how many barrels or gallons is coming out a day, but it's devastating to the natural course of things, marine life, fishing, beaches, and the whole 9 yards.
It has a trickle effect on everything. Sooner or later, you're going to feel it, either gas-wise or food-wise.
Me and my brother launched the I'm Matter You campaign. MAD stands for Making a Difference. We just want to tell young adults and teens and kids that it doesn't matter how big or small your effort is, just as long as you're making one. Why not us? Why can't we go and, and help make that difference?
Besides giving money, what can we do? Part of the reason BPs have been out drilling is that we create demand. But think about your energy use. When you're done with your computer and you go to do something else, turn it off and unplug it.
People's the only way you're gonna get this mess solved. That's the only way.
I think everybody should lend in a hand.
I'm trying to be optimistic. I think if we can keep it out of the interior marsh, it's certainly gonna be a big step in the right direction. The fact the marsh are the breeding grounds for all the shrimp and crabs and fish and everything.
Man's going to have to learn to live with nature. Not against nature, but with nature. And just be an example for the world how you can go through something, you could be divided, but you can learn to be united.
You can't see what's happening to birds and wildlife without wanting to help, but you don't have to live in the Gulf just to make a difference. Caring for habitats where you live can help many of the same species that are at risk right here in the Gulf. Visit Audubon.org and I'mMadAtYou.com to learn how you can show your support.